What is up, YouTube? My name is Chris with Pack Airsoft, and today I have a quick tech tip on how to strengthen the connection from the wires to the connectors on your AEGs. Alright, so the first step in our process is to clean up our connectors. Now, if you had a Tamiya style connector or any other connector, you just want to cut that off right on the back so that your wires are nice and even and you don't have any fraying going on. The next step is to grab wire cutters, and you want to cut off a small amount of the insulation, not too much so you have a lot of exposed wire, just a little bit. Now we want to grab our connector of choice. For me, it is going to be an XT60 connector. And we want to get this ready to solder up our connection. Or we want to get this ready to solder to the wires by adding some solder. Just want to hold the iron onto the connector, let it heat up so that the solder flows into it. And we're not just adding solder on top of it. It's not going to be secure and hold the wires on. Okay. Alright, now we can tin the tips of the wires. Alright, now we can solder the wires to our connector. Now you want to make sure you're soldering the correct wire to the correct side. So this side of our connector has a little plus to indicate that that's the positive side. Come in here and heat up the solder on the connector, the wire simultaneously. Sink that wire in. Alright, now for the real tech tip. Once you've soldered on a new connector or you repaired an existing connector, a good way to make sure that the connections don't have any undue stress put upon them is to strengthen them by adding some hot glue around where the wire connects to the connector. Simply get a nice hot glue gun. Start by adding some hot glue in between the two connectors. Work your way around. Okay. Once you add your hot glue, you can continue to rotate the hot glue so that it doesn't drip to one side, just for a little while until it sets up. And if you don't get it quite right in the first try, you can always go back and add a little more. The hot glue will stick to, new hot glue will stick to the old hot glue very well. So now that that's set up, we'll just let it cool for a while. And once it's cool, you have a nice way to grab your wires to disconnect your gun from a battery, and it'll take a lot of the stress off the connection where the wire connects to the connector, and it should give that connection a nice long lifetime. And with this method, you also don't need to use any heat shrink because the wires are insulated within the hot glue. Alright, I hope this is a useful tech tip for you. I'm Chris with Pack Airsoft, and thanks for watching.